and, and thought she seemed nice, and little did I know. Don't touch me.
When this interview aired, it was clear that both these superstars had some tension between them. What we didn't know is that it was more than surface deep. Now, the cat is out of the bag, and we all know what Anna has been hiding all these years. Apparently, Blake may be a bully who has been attacking other stars, including Anna, for years. Let's get to it. The tea gets spilled. In Hollywood's serve or get served culture, no relationship has had the internet more obsessed than Anna Kendrick and Blake Lively's alleged beef. The timeline is giving chaotic energy with enough clickbait to crash your FYP. The vibes shifted around 2018, when Anna Kendrick and Blake Lively first linked up on A Simple Favor. This dark comedy thriller directed by Paul Feig was giving unhinged bestie energy, casting the actresses as two women with the most toxic friendship ever. Anna played Stephanie, a mommy vlogger who's low-key desperate for validation, while Blake was Emily, a mysterious fashion queen with main character energy. But before the movie even dropped, the whispers started. The timeline was suddenly filled with claims that these two were absolutely not it behind the scenes. Apparently, their personality differences were making things awkward AF on set. To make things worse, Blake Lively may have been bullying Anna Kendrick behind the scenes. First up, their characters in A Simple Favor were literally toxic bestie goals, a relationship built on manipulation, secrets, and major betrayal. The movie's marketing was serving this energy 24/7, making it easy for viewers to confuse the plot with IRL drama. Second, let's talk about the vibes these two give off. Blake's whole aesthetic is that aspirational, picture-perfect image. She's giving glamorous wife mom who's married to Ryan Reynolds and never has a hair out of place. Meanwhile, Anna's brand is built on being relatable AF with her self-deprecating humor and chaotic good energy. These different aesthetics alone could cause problems. Both these women have personalities that don't always pass the vibe check of what Hollywood expects. Blake has been called out for sometimes coming across as aloof, while Anna's razor-sharp wit can read as low-key savage. On one occasion, Anna didn't hold back. During an interview, both women threw jabs at each other multiple times for more than 12 minutes. Blake was her usual aloof self, but Anna wasn't having it and paid her in kind. For example, peep this moment. When they're asked about their Harry Potter houses,
Slytherin, obviously. Obviously. Obviously.
This kind of energy continues throughout, with both of them understanding the assignment.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Any, through the years, have you ever been up for the same role, to your knowledge?
I mean, we're exactly the same type, so yeah, I mean, I assume that Blake has lost many roles to my glamour, beauty, and elegance.
When you hear
sorry about it, Blake.
my singing voice.
And Blake's not sitting there taking it. She's matching the energy every time.
No, Anna,
Oh, it was neck and neck, pitch perfect.
If
Into
I
the woods. Last
were
time.
to open my cherub lungs,
boy.
she wouldn't have a career.
The interviewers who talked to them during this era were literally living for their dynamic. Graham Norton, who had them both on his couch, straight up said, "I love the relationship you two have got, especially on Twitter. It's really, really funny." This isn't unique to Kendrick and Lively. Throughout Hollywood history, female co-stars have rivalries, from old school legends like Bette Davis and Joan Crawford to more recent examples that we all know about. Media coverage amplifies any crumb of drama between women while ignoring identical vibes between male co-stars or labeling them as bromances. There's also the whole confirmation bias situation. Once a narrative gets enough attention, people start interpreting every interaction through that filter. A sarcastic joke becomes proof they can't stand each other. One missing a premiere becomes evidence they're avoiding each other. When asked about reuniting with Lively for the sequel, Another Simple Favor. In a fall 2024 interview with People, Kendrick said, "She lives on the East Coast, I live on the West Coast, so we don't get to see each other often. But it was lovely, and I think that those characters have such weird chemistry that it's so fun to just get the gang back together. And it does feel a little bit like riding a bike." This isn't the first time Anna Kendrick is getting involved and found calling people out. She has a reputation for speaking her truth and never hesitates to call out other stars. Anna Kendrick shared a troubling experience with a director that left her feeling humiliated in front of over 100 extras. The director made an inappropriate comment, creating an uncomfortable environment and drawing unwanted attention from the crew and cast members. Kendrick's reaction was anger and frustration, and she has used this experience to advocate for respect and professionalism in the industry. Kendrick has also spoken publicly about her past experiences with emotional and psychological abuse in a relationship. She detailed how she felt trapped and struggled to identify the abuse, even with the help of a couples therapist who sided with her ex-partner. Her movie Alice Darling resonated with her past relationship, and she found making the film to be cathartic. It's not been all outcries, though. Kendrick has been called out by people in the past. One notable incident was when a celebrity stylist, Tahira, gave Anna Kendrick a -100 rating due to her behavior on set and towards fans. In 2016, Tahira worked as as a stylist on Anna Kendrick's book tour for Scrappy Little Nobody. According to Tahira, Kendrick was uncooperative and rude, refusing to speak to her directly, and instead communicating through her publicist. When Tahira presented outfit options, Kendrick allegedly demanded a $10,000 payment for wearing a specific look. Tahira also claimed that Kendrick instructed her team to throw away gifts and letters from fans, which included heartfelt letters, drawings, and gift cards to Kendrick's favorite stores. This incident left a lasting impression on Tahira, who stated she would never support anything this chick does. Tahira had a second encounter with Kendrick at Barney's, where a colleague was serving Kendrick without recognizing her as a famous actress. According to Tahira, Kendrick became nasty with the colleague when she didn't know who she was. Based on these experiences, Tahira gave Kendrick a -100 rating, expressing her disappointment and frustration with the actress's behavior. It's worth noting that Tahira has contrasted Kendrick's behavior with other celebrities she's worked with, such as Kim Cattrall, Emilia Clarke, and Drew Barrymore, whom she rated highly for their kindness and professionalism. While Kendrick has been called out a few times for how she treats people, her reputation isn't half as bad as Blake Lively's reputation. Blake's reputation check. Blake Lively rose to main character status playing Serena van der Woodsen in Gossip Girl from 2007 to 2012. Since then, she's been unstoppable with roles in films like The Age of Adeline, The Shallows, and the recent adaptation of It Ends With Us. Throughout her career, Blake's been serving glamour and aspirational vibes, becoming queen of the Met Gala and hash couple goals with Ryan Reynolds. But behind this carefully curated aesthetic, are there legit receipts that suggest she's not it when it comes to treating colleagues? The answer isn't black and white. While most of Blake's co-stars have her back, there are a few specific call-outs that we need to investigate. One of the most viral moments happened during a 2016 interview promoting Woody Allen's film Café Society. Norwegian journalist Kirsty Fla described this interview as the most uncomfortable interview situation I have ever experienced. According to Fla, the interview started with her congratulating Blake on her pregnancy, which had been publicly announced. Blake reportedly responded with, "Congrats on your little bump," setting a vibe that was immediately off. Fla claimed that throughout the interview, Blake ignored her questions, instead talking to co-star Parker Posey about men's outfits in the film. The interaction was so awkward that Flaw later posted it to YouTube with the title, "The Blake Lively Interview That Made Me Want to Quit My Job." In the video description, Flaw asked, "Is it not okay to congratulate someone on their pregnancy or to ask another woman about costumes she is wearing in a film?" The comment section was not having it, with viewers calling Blake's behavior rude, bullying, and passive-aggressive. This resurfaced during the promotion of It Ends With Us in 2024, bringing fresh attention to Blake's professional conduct. Another call-out came from someone who worked with Blake on Gossip Girl. A former runner named Ewood shared his experience with the Daily Mail, claiming that during filming in Paris in summer 2010, Blake gave him the silent treatment after he simply said hi to her. According to Ewood, Blake's behavior toward the crew was not it. He described her as speaking to them like a toddler, making scenes if she didn't get what she wanted, and being rude and condescending. Ewood contrasted this with Blake's co-star Leighton Meester, who he said was warm, available for fan pictures, and nice to everyone. He described his experience with Blake as not good, and claimed others who worked with her longer had bad experiences but were scared to speak out. It's important to note that this is from a single source, and specifically from over a decade ago. People grow and change, and behavior from early in someone's career doesn't necessarily reflect who they are now. Still, it's a serious allegation that deserves acknowledgement. The most recent drama involves Blake's legal situation with her It Ends With Us co-star and director Justin Baldoni. On December 20th, 2024, Blake filed a lawsuit against Baldoni and others, including his producing partners and publicists, alleging intimate misconduct and a retaliatory smear campaign. The situation got even messier when Baldoni responded by filing a $250 million lawsuit against the New York Times, claiming Blake orchestrated a smear campaign. His lawyer, Brian Friedman, alleged Blake's team sent edited documents to the New York Times before filing, calling her claims false, outrageous, and intentionally salacious. Friedman promised to bring receipts showing Blake's pattern of bullying and threats to take over the movie, claiming she used others to communicate threats and bully her way to get what she wanted. As of April 2025, this legal battle is still ongoing, with both sides making serious accusations. The situation is messy AF, with mutual allegations of bullying and smear campaigns, making it difficult to know the truth without further legal developments. It's important to remember that legal disputes between film professionals often involve complex power dynamics, creative differences, and money that can make the narrative muddy. reality. Beyond these specific incidents, there have been various TikToks and threads about Blake's public persona. Resurfaced interview clips include one where Blake allegedly made a cruel and inappropriate joke about her Gossip Girl co-star Leighton Meester being born in prison, adding fuel to the fire. Reddit has been eating this up, with users describing her as passive-aggressive and entitled in response to interview clips. Another thread titled "Blake Bullying an Interviewer" had comments noting terrible mean girl energy. A YouTube compilation titled "Blake Lively Being a Bully" has also made the rounds, collecting various moments that some viewers see as problematic behavior. But here's the thing, we need to consider these in context. The way we talk about female celebs is often giving double standard energy, with women facing more criticism for behavior that male stars get praised for as assertive or knowing their worth. The entertainment industry expects actresses to be constantly giving nice girl energy, creating an impossible standard. It's also worth noting that many of Blake's colleagues have her back. Director Paul Feig, who directed both Lively and Kendrick in A Simple Favor, has been especially vocal in his support. In December 2024, amid the It Ends With Us drama, Feig defended Blake in a post on X. More specifically to our investigation, Feig called rumors of delays on Another Simple Favor due to tension between the actresses Total BS in a January 2025 post. So what's the final verdict? The T suggests that since Blake has faced multiple allegations of rudeness and potentially problematic behavior in professional settings, the specific claim that Anna Kendrick exposed her for on-set bullying is not far-fetched at all. The reality, as usual, is more complicated than TikTok would have you believe. People are complex, and behavior can vary across different contexts and time periods. What's clear is that Blake's public persona has generated significant discussion, with opinions all over the place among those who've worked with her. They're about to drop Another Simple Favor. So what does this continued collaboration tell us about their actual relationship? Can they put aside their differences and stick to the show as they have for a long time? The real vibe check. As of April 2025, both actresses are about to start the press tour for Another Simple Favor, the sequel to their 2018 hit. They're reuniting with director Paul Feig to continue the story of Stephanie and Emily, the chaotic duo they played in the original. The fact that this sequel even exists is low-key telling. In an industry where stars have major pull, especially established queens like these two, it's highly unlikely either would sign on for round 2 if the first experience was actually traumatic. This, or they have found a way to put their differences aside and focus on their shared projects. However, there are those who believe the beef is just for clout, and those is not the vibe of someone holding a grudge. The geographic distance she mentions, Anna in LA, Blake in New York, explains why they're not constantly being spotted together outside of work commitments. At the SXSW premiere of Another Simple Favor in March 2025, Anna made a brief comment that some people tried to overanalyze. When asked about reuniting with Blake, she said, "Oh, you know," which some took as shade. But this quick response needs to be considered alongside her more detailed statement from months earlier, plus the fact that they're both committed to doing press together for the film, something they could probably negotiate out of if there was actual bad blood. From a business perspective, their continued collaboration makes perfect sense. The original A Simple Favor was a serve. Critics ate it up, and it made nearly $100 million worldwide on a modest budget. Their chemistry, whether perceived as friendly or fraught, was a major reason the film popped off. Hollywood is ultimately about the bag, and successful partnerships tend to continue, regardless of personal feelings. Cinema history is full of actors who weren't besties off camera, but created iconic moments on screen, from Bette Davis and Joan Crawford in Whatever Happened to Baby Jane, to Patrick Swayze and Jennifer Grey in Dirty Dancing. What makes Anna and Blake's situation different is that, unlike those legendary feuds, there's no solid evidence they actually have beef. Instead, there's a disconnect between internet perception and reality, a narrative that took on a life of its own, despite everyone involved saying it's cap. To fully understand this situation, we need to talk about how female celebs get treated differently. Entertainment media is constantly giving women in Hollywood the reality show edit, framing their relationships as competitions even when they're not. This tendency both reflects and reinforces how society expects women to interact. When women don't fit into the box of being constantly sweet and accommodating, whether through sharp humor like Anna's or a more reserved demeanor like Blake's, these behaviors get twisted into proof of conflict rather than just being their authentic selves. Additionally, movie promo strategies often lean into existing perceptions. The marketing for both A Simple Favor films capitalized on the contrast between Anna and Blake's public personas, the relatable, self-deprecating bestie versus the glamorous fashion icon. Now, let's dive deeper into the film's plot. While it may seem like Blake has the upper hand because of her bold attitude and her marriage to, Anna is a big shot herself. Anna Kendrick's career is a fascinating story. Born on August 9, 1985 in Portland, Maine, Kendrick began her acting career at a young age. She made her Broadway debut at 12 in the musical High Society, 1998. Kendrick's early start in theater helped her develop her skills and confidence as a performer. She transitioned to film in the early 2000s, landing small roles in movies like Jersey Girl, 2004, and Rocket Science, 2007. Her breakthrough performance came with the 2009 film Up in the Air, where she played Natalie Keener, a young corporate climber. Her portrayal earned her critical acclaim and an Academy Award nomination for Best Supporting Actress. The Twilight Saga, 2008 to 2012, also brought her widespread recognition. Although she initially worried the role might typecast her, she played the role of Jessica Stanley in this popular vampire-themed film series. Kendrick's versatility as an actress is evident in her diverse filmography. She starred alongside Joseph Gordon-Levitt in the comedy-drama film 50/50 Inches, 2011, about a young journalist coping with cancer. The Pitch Perfect series, 2012 to 2017, cemented her status as a comedic actress, with her character Becca Mitchell becoming a fan favorite. In End of Watch, 2012, Kendrick starred alongside Jake Gyllenhaal and Michael Pena in this crime thriller film. She played the role of Cinderella in the musical fantasy film Into the Woods, 2014. Kendrick voiced the character of Poppy in the animated film Trolls, 2016. Kendrick has continued to take on diverse roles, starring alongside Lisa Kudrow and Craig Robinson in the comedy film Table 19 Inches, 2017. In A Simple Favor, 2018, she starred alongside Blake Lively in this comedy thriller film. She played the title role of Noelle Claus in the Christmas comedy film Noelle, 2019. Throughout her career, Kendrick has received numerous award nominations and wins, solidifying her position as a respected and beloved actress in Hollywood. Her ability to balance humor and drama has endeared her to audiences and critics alike. Kendrick's style is often described as quirky and relatable. She has been praised for her candid and humorous interviews, often using humor to deflect or make pointed observations. Her impact on the film industry is significant, as she has inspired a new generation of young actresses with her versatility and range. Overall, Anna Kendrick is a talented and versatile actress who has made a significant impact on the film industry. Her range and ability to balance humor and drama have endeared her to audiences and critics alike. So ideally, nobody has the right to bully her. Blake Lively has been married to Ryan Reynolds since September 9th, 2012. They met on the set of Green Lantern in 2010, started dating in 2011, and got engaged around the end of 2011 or early 2012. The couple tied the knot in a secret ceremony at Boone Hall Plantation in Mount Pleasant, South Carolina. The wedding was attended by close family and friends, and its elegance was mixed with whimsy. Blake and Ryan have a strong partnership built on trust, understanding, and humor. They prioritize open communication and have a rule not to work at the same time to nurture their bond and family life. Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds have 4 children together, 3 daughters named James, Inez, and Betty, and a son named Olin. Their relationship is often praised for its romance and playfulness, with the couple frequently sharing banter on social media and showing admiration for each other's work. Despite some controversy surrounding their wedding venue, Blake Lively has expressed regret over choosing the plantation, acknowledging its historical context. Overall, their marriage is characterized by mutual respect, support, and a deep commitment to each other and their family. Blake Lively's marriage to Ryan Reynolds has likely had a positive impact on her career. Being part of a high-profile Hollywood couple has provided her with access to a wider network of industry professionals, potentially leading to new career opportunities. The media scrutiny surrounding their relationship and marriage has kept Blake Lively in the public eye, potentially increasing her visibility and appeal to audiences and filmmakers. Ryan Reynolds has publicly praised and supported Blake Lively's work, which may have helped boost her confidence and credibility in the industry. A stable and supportive partnership can contribute to personal growth and well-being, allowing Blake Lively to focus on her career and take on new challenges. Some notable films Blake Lively has worked on around the time of her marriage and after include The Age of Adeline, 2015, The Shallows, 2016, A Simple Favor, 2018, and The Rhythm Section, 2020. Her career continues to thrive, with her marriage to Ryan Reynolds likely providing a stable and supportive foundation. The truth about Anna Kendrick and Blake Lively's relationship probably has nuances that those of us on the outside will never fully understand. Professional respect without being in each other's close circle, occasional tensions without lasting drama, the normal complexities of 2 distinctive personalities navigating Hollywood's pressure cooker together. As we wait for their next collab to drop, maybe we can approach it with fresh eyes, appreciating their talents and the chemistry they serve on screen without projecting additional drama behind the scenes. Thanks for joining this deep dive. If you enjoyed this investigation, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss when we spill the real tea on Hollywood's biggest stories. Thanks for watching. Check out other cards on the screen.